Okay, welcome to episode 61 of my 248k run on a ribbon world with a bit of a rail grid. Things are going pretty well. I'm automated some explosives and some sulfur, and so we're going to go and check on that and check how that's doing. I did want to go and check on the space science first, and then also notice that I busted military science and concrete. So, bunch of things to look at. Let's start by going and seeing how the silo is, because I don't know that I'm launching both rockets, and I kind of want to be. Because I only want these rockets to go up if I have enough space science, because these all do non-space science things in ways that's kind of weird, but we've built up some of it. This 140 crafting speed, I reckon you could go faster. I reckon I've got the rocket components for this to be going faster. How much of this have I... For about 4k? Yeah, science is ticking over, pretty well. Are you blocked on solar panels? That was A, one of the things we wanted to lodge them all, and B, one of the things that we've got these other options of going, hey, let's just pull all of those solar panels out and shoot them into space, because that'll be, better for solar panels to be in space rather than here. There are other underground pipes in there that I can't remove. Like the deletion planner left these pipes where they are because the deletion planner is just set up for solar panels, but the other less careful alt-D'ing I'm doing for the power poles, we'll skip there because pipes. So you also... Yeah, let's just bump you up to as many as you need for an entire launch. We're also not really manufacturing solar panels as quickly as we should be, but it's probably fine. So I think we're going to call that done. Yeah. Then the next thing to look at was over here. This, yeah, kind of dark. Why are you? Oh, is this not circuit conditioned? This is not circuit conditioned. Okay, that's going to be one problem. This is mostly running, although we're not getting enough crushed coal here. But we don't necessarily have to visit for that. We can just do all of this kind of garbage and just upgrade these from the map. So that's fine. But we do still want to go and get this train. Oh, I wanted to have more undergrounds in here as well, so that we can beacon these dudes a bit harder. Yeah, so let's, I guess, wander over there and do that. Where's a train? Here's a train. This way looks to be one of the correct ways for the track. Okay, roughly over here. And then it was down... Actually, is the other acid also train signaled? Where is the other acid? The other acid is a little further over this way, and this acid is also not signaled. So that's a thing we need to adjust when we get there. Yeah, and then the military science thing is... Yeah, this belt here used to have stone on it that comes from, like, this big bit of old spaghetti base, and because these furnaces have run down and there's not that much stone through here, and this stone is... Oh, it's actually coal. Interesting. It was because this coal feed here, they've actually got enough stone over here. But I think I still want to ignore that, and what we will be doing instead is... What does it even connect to? What do these even connect to? Whatever. Yeah, we're just going to go and build more military science somewhere else. But also, we need to go and build concrete somewhere else. So all of these things are... Actually, let's find somewhere to put concrete while we're not really thinking about the things that we're in the place to do, but never mind. Because I am already putting stone in the logistics network, so if I can find somewhere with water and iron ore, and I'm thinking about some of these steel factories over here, because we've got iron ore, and we've got water, and we might be able to Yeah, like down here. Yeah, this is one of the water supplies that connects to these tanks. So it's not just water going around in a loop, it's water that we're actually supplying, which means that maybe not there, maybe here and here might be places that we can kludge in. Yeah, that we can kludge in some concrete supply. So we'll have to do some logistics for stone and stuff like that, whatever, we can do that later. Mostly what we want to do is turn this thing, so this nice sulfuric acid node that we built last time actually only calls in trains if it has a surplus of, say, let's say 50,000? Why not? Which one is it pumping? Oh, it's the far one. So this one really only needs like 40,000. Because this will always be essentially the lowest, because we're always pumping in from this side. But also we only need 33,000 across them, or something like that. I'm going to say that's fine. Oh wait, I did want to put this circuit condition also on. Is it gonna fit in the same place? Yes. So now this train station will also be running if we have enough acid, and we definitely have enough acid, like by a lot. So that's fine. And then yeah, the main thing this node is doing is we're still not getting a whole lot through. I was kind of expecting more through. Oh, they just also haven't got their upgrades yet. Okay. I think what we're going to do regardless is kind of a preemptive belt upgrade, because why not? And then, yeah, so we've got... Yeah, what are our bots doing? What I guess I alt-D'd a bunch of things. Yeah. Let's give these guys speed 2s. And one here, and one here, and one here, and they'll go nice and fast. And then also, I don't really want sulfur in my logistics network. So I think what we're going to do about that is over here, we're going to just request sulfur and have this stuff pulled out of the logistics network. And then just like put back on the train that we use for train-based sulfur stuff that might be blue science. But yeah, so let's go and... Do we need to go and fix that concrete? Can I fix the concrete from here? If I request stone, if I request, say, 200 stone, and then copy this thing, and then pick it up again, I can find where this concrete assembler thing goes, and put that here, and then have bots, not there, there. And then I don't have a provider chest. I need a provider chest that I can queue or something like that. Oh well, I guess we're going back to the main base to kind of look at automating the next things. Where would this go? This would go here. Yeah, we can go back to the core. And I think this is mostly... Let's get these solar panels out of the way as well. All of these solar panels can just be turned into satellites. It's fine. These satellites will have better things to do with the solar panels than solar panels that are on the surface of a planet in the smog. Okay. Because at this point, I think... Oh yeah, then... Yeah, I guess I need some of these if I don't have them. I did not need to worry about putting that down and copying it. I could have just ghosted that wherever. Yeah. So this is going to... We're going to have concrete back on the grid again. We're going to be making a lot of concrete. Oh, we've got... This also means we no longer need iron ore in the network. So I guess we're going to do this same kind of trick again. Yeah, you request 50. Copy this. Find out somewhere where we can put... Yeah, here, I guess. And then let's also find the other place where we were putting it in the network deliberately, which is it? That's the rich water. Where is... Oh, it's slightly further out with, yeah, this thorium. Yeah, this box of stuff here, of which I've got 200 iron ore. I no longer need iron ore in the network at all. What was this? What was this supposed to be? Was this also iron ore? Do I want to be requesting iron ore in there to recycle that? I mean, crystals are good, but also whatever. Yeah, so, a bunch of things to lodge him all harder. Like, I want another one of these, because we have a new set of crystals to charge. These ones don't want that. Yeah, you don't deliver that. Fine, whatever. You want to bring me in the fission stage? Yeah, these high energy crystals. We have high energy crystals now, so that's fine. Do we not... Am I not logimalling those either? I'm not logimalling those either. Okay. There are more things to be logimalling. This is the kind of annoying stuff with all of these things not quite being, yeah, different boxes and different patterns and things like that. But that is at least a pattern for all this Logimal stuff. Okay, so first of all, things we want include, I want a bunch more speed mods, which is going to be over here by this, like I can get them from this chest here, of which I should have several, because the first thing we're going to do is, I reckon, okay, not that many, I'm not putting prod mods and things, that's not going to pop the modules back out. I wanted solar panels. I just wanted more normal solar panels, because similar to needing all these accumulators for rocket launchers, we're also going to need a lot of solar panels also for rocket launchers. That's going to be way more than I need, isn't it? Those are quite reasonable numbers of things to be requesting, so we can just copy this. And other than those poles that we don't need, we've now got, you know, a lot more solar panel production. Which I think also means... I mean, because this is also in the bit of, yeah, this whole thing over here is all, this whole military science we're going to hopefully get rid of soon anyway. But I think that means that all of this section can just disappear, which I guess is nice. Actually, this power pole might be powering... I've done this before, haven't I? I've broken... Okay, so now at least all the stuff is being powered this way. Because I think that the power grid through here is probably pretty weird. Yet it actually only connects over here, which is silly, but we're going to ignore it. Okay, so we've got solar panels. We've got... Yeah, we also need these electric energy injector things, because bots apparently don't have them, and there's a couple of things we need to do with them. Where are... Oh, it does actually, these ones. Okay. And you need furnaces. That is not a thing I was expecting, but whatever. I think I still have a decent number of furnaces. Are you being delivered? Yeah, you're having furnaces delivered, so that's fine. Okay, so, electric energy injectors, automated. There was another thing that I needed that was in the fission stage. Was it the nuclear? Is there a nuclear assembly machine that I don't think I have automated anywhere, but I also need these? So let's... Yeah, that's a decent amount of stuff. Oh, it's another thing that I need concrete for, so good thing that we restored the concrete build. Because I don't have any of these, but I think there's a couple of things that need them. Both as ingredients and as other stuff. Yeah, so let's start charging crystals. We'll just fill a box with charged crystals. I don't even know what I'm doing with those. I guess one of the things I'm doing with those is this set of grenades. So we're gonna lodge more some grenades. We'll get some grenades. That's nice. And then the main thing I wanted to automate, which is why we've got this explosives train, is artillery shells, for which we need explosive cannon shells. So we're also going to need to bring in plastic. But it's like, it's a 1 to 2 or something, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll do that. Yeah, let's have a lot of cannon shells. I don't think I need all that many cannon shells. This is also going to stack to huge amounts, given that the only thing I'm doing with these is like upscaling them to artillery shells, but also whatever. And then we need to find a place that I can put an artillery train. Oh, I should also, you know what else I should do? I should also automate Spider-Drone remotes we are going to need, and then also artillery trains. So let's have, actually this is going to, these craft fast, don't they? Yeah, so it would craft 1,000 of those things. So rather than that, we're just going to set this up manually for, I mean, really you only need like 4, and then also just like 4 radars, because it's not a big deal. And then you probably want to not request 600 engines. I mean, you do need a lot of engines, but you don't need that many engines. I don't even know what these things stack to, but we're going to get 2 stacks out, and then we'll worry about the rest of that later. This is... oh wow, is this an old train fuel station? This is an old train fuel station. We can change this one to the new train fuel, if I can find... I mean, it's alphabetical, it should be pretty easy, right? There we go, this train fuel. And then, give me all of these. This train station is active again. This is summing over everything and outputting F. This is checking F. So yeah, so we can have some more train fuel here as well, which will be nice. And then I've got a bunch of these things that I don't want. So it's just, yeah, we'll just trash slot those. I think this might be the first time I've actually had bots come to me this run. And then what we don't have is explosives. Oh, these things are... where am I currently making explosives? Because they're being delivered from a long way away. Oh, I'm still making explosives here. Yeah, this is a whole thing we don't need now. All of this can go away. All of this can go away. And this is part of the goal of just tidying up some of the junk of the base. I mean, then we have tidied things. That's pretty nice. Then this sulfur is currently used for blue science. Yeah, although blue science, these, yeah, this, I actually want to run the other way now. I want it to run this way, because this will drain all of these crystals off this belt. And then, yeah, we are depowering chunks of the base. But other than that, what did this... oh, did this used to be old solid fuel stuff? Okay, whatever. And then this was probably the belt where either stone or walls went, but, you know, whatever. All of this will be decommissioned soon, but not yet. Yeah, that all connects. And then, yeah, I guess we get rid of... we get rid of all of that as well. Yeah, I think this is leading into the next thing. I was going to build military science today, but the thing I kind of wanted to do first, what are these stacked to? These stacked to 5. Yeah, I actually only need 4. Okay, is finding a place to put an artillery train, and I can't really have it here because this station is in the way, and maybe you could have it over here, but I would like to have it kind of closer to where the Logimall is, because we're going to be feeding it all with bots anyway, and I can't also have it... I could have it vertically here. Like, rather than having a train through here, I could instead have a train... which way is this going? This way? Let's see if we can do this properly. Yeah, through here. I think that works. I think I'm okay with that. That means these guys need to be chain signals, because this is now an intersection. And then this thing... do I have signals? Apparently I don't have signals. Okay. This is coming out, right? Yeah, that's the way that wants to go. And then we're heading up here and back in there, which is nice. And then this also is now an intersection, and then this thing is also an intersection, and then we've got a train stop which can go here, and this is going to be where we put artillery trains. And I didn't actually set up either the explosives train or the plastic train, so let's do that while bots are building those stations. Bill, please ask to use, so this is going to be one of requesting plastic, have plastic, and then request plastic is here. Enable thing, plastic, less than, say, 400, because I'm not doing a whole lot with this. Like, I think these tank shells are going to be the only thing that, maybe it's the only thing we do in the mall with plastic, whatever. I'm not really concerned. This is also going to be, I don't think I have any trains, or any stations for sending explosives around the place at all yet. And then also just 600, but I probably still have... Oh, interesting, I don't have that many explosives in the train network. Okay, so let's find that explosives train, wherever it was. Over here, yeah, this train. Have explosives, and then have explosives is disabled at the moment. Did I did circuit condition this. This doesn't really need to be circuit conditioned, because I'm only ever, this is going to be the only station that makes explosives at least for a while. This also looks like it's really slowed down, does it? Maybe this bit here is slower because I'm just making more explosives. Whatever, it's probably fine. Okay, so we've got some normal grenades, and then we've got some fairly terrifying... Is that 1,000 damage? 1,000 damage plus 1,500 damage. That, I mean, what even is the experience? What even is the HP of a spider drone here? So I'm making a lot more tank shells than I need, especially given that I'm only doing this for artillery purposes. I'm gonna need like 12 of these, because that's how many spider-trons I have. All of the rest of that seems to be going pretty well. What are you waiting on now? Are you waiting on... You've got accumulators. Are you just stack inserting? Okay, whatever. I think that's fine. You guys must be about ready to turn on then. Okay, sure, whatever. All of that is fine. Let's go and build... Let's go and build the rest of this artillery station. Where is... Oh, I've already put the train station down. Okay, that's fine. In that case, we just start putting trains in this thing, right? This is... this station is in a silly spot. Okay, where... And then train signal can go here, and now this train... yeah, we'll just set this. Hopefully this all lines up now. Yeah, so now we should be able to get the 4 artillery trains that we need. And these guys are all sad that they don't have shells, but whatever. And I think... Oh yeah, so let's also get some fuel in here, because that's a thing that happens. And then I think what I'm actually going to do for this is, instead of... Like, I could have just automated more stuff over here. I don't think we will. I think what we're actually... I think what I'm toying with is... something like... Yeah, we can just build the artillery shells right here. This is not a particularly compact way of doing things, but I think I'm fine with it. If we put one of those there, then yeah, then I think this is going to do some things that it needs to. And then this here, actually it's not quite, is it? 20 and 10 and 2, yeah, that's all an amount of stuff I'm fine with. And then where does it... So we're just going to kind of make the artillery shells in place. And we're going to cache them in these boxes. We'll also cache them in the artillery wagons. And now this is probably just a thing we can ignore for a while. Like, this is going to be doing everything it needs. They only stack to 1, don't they? So I'm going to... So arguably 3 of these would be better. Okay, fine. Let's do this. And also these are all around the wrong way. Cool. Good job. Okay, so this thing here is actually going to be the pattern that we go with. And all of these things are incorrect. Okay, fixed. Somewhat. I want some radars though. Do I need radars? Probably don't really need radars. Yeah, so that's going to be... We're just going to cache artillery shells. We will have an artillery train that we will be able to take somewhere and blow a bunch of stuff up, and it'll be fine. We are... Are we still progressing on science? We are mostly progressing on science. Are we just waiting on... Oh, we're waiting on purple science. And also green science, but I wasn't really expecting to be waiting on purple science. I was expecting purple science to be mostly fine. I mean, other than that, yeah, it's still just... Yeah, we just need to upgrade all of this rail. And then also this rail. And... Do we upgrade these as well? I guess so. Then all these guys at the same time, and I guess then all of this stuff. Okay, today is apparently the day that we are also upgrading the purple science. This is not necessarily a thing that I was planning on doing right now. I guess that means also this line here. Sure. Here and here, these two. That looks like it's most of this stuff that needs to be upgraded. But then the thing that I spotted is all of this is... Like, that throughput is not going to be great. So... Actually, this one... Yeah, this one here needs to be upgraded as well. But then we can also just red belt. This is red belt? That's not red belt. This one is red belt. I upgraded more than I needed to. I actually don't want... I just want to get rid of all of these rather than upgrade plan them. Because we want to find out... Yeah, this is why I wanted to queue some red belt. Because all of this from here can all just be red belt. And then... Yeah, so I think we'd actually got to go... And then also upgrade these so they connect, and then... Okay, so that should boost purple science, possibly significantly. I might struggle with the steel output for that. But that's... I think those are most of the short things that I wanted to kick off today. We've got grenades, we've got nuclear things, we've got these things. And I think these electric energy injectors are also the things that I need to be starting the fusion stuff. So it's good to have a large number of those around. But what I actually wanted to do was... I mean, it wasn't kick this train somewhere else. How much fuel has this got? A decent amount? Yeah, you can... There's at least one station that doesn't have any fuel, and that's actually the one I'm standing next to, so that's fine. then, yeah, the thing that I really wanted to do was go and rebuild military science somewhere, for also tech-based reasons. So I guess let's talk about those. So there's this fusion refining, which is like 60k, which is taking a while to kick through. Then there's Star Engine and a bunch of techs that all are quite expensive. They're not all this expensive. Like this one is, they scale up. It's like 20 here, and then they're 100 by the end. So it is a lot of tech to push through. Then there's there's 4 techs that I'm partway through, even though what I should be doing is kind of mega basing towards a Star Engine. But the thing that struck me was I'm currently doing about let's find all these science tags. I think I'm doing about 250. Okay, that's the wrong example. About 250, 260-ish of each kind of science, which I'm mostly pretty happy with. Is this... Yeah, purple science was sad for a bit, but they're all in kind of this range, which is fine for now, but is not enough to be doing Star Engine stuff at any decent pace. So I think we're going to upgrade all of these to maybe something like, say, 800 science per minute, maybe. The thing about that is I need more resources, and then I also wanted to go and do this fighting over here anyway, because these guys are... Maybe am I full up on all of this stuff? No, it's still going? Okay, I was wondering if I just wasn't polluting that much. But, I mean, they are still absorbing it, but we still need more resources if we're going to be scaling that hard. And also looking at military science having died, also me being like part way through multiple takes that all take quite a bit of effort, that I think my conclusion was going to be, I'm going to go and build military science to kind of the same rate that everything else is, and then later when it comes to mega basing, not expand military science. Like, we can use a 250-ish military science to get through these big current things, and then the Star Engine stuff when we get over here, all of these don't take military science. Like, this is... There's not a whole lot of stuff all the way through the rest of the industrial endgame that actually needs military science. So I reckon I can leave military science at 250 science-ish and upgrade everything else around it and still be fine. So that's actually facing the wrong way. So let's go and figure out somewhere where we can build military science. And maybe it's going to be over here. I think 2 next to each other like this will work quite well, because we are going to need a lot of trains for military science. I mean, this is quite a lot of good space, but I think we're going to go and put military science over here anyway. I think it'll be fine. Yeah, so military science will have that tick over. Then, while military science is getting through like the nuke and the artillery range and the stuff like that, we'll go and do, I guess, get some of the fusion stuff online, because we've had, not that, somewhere, this train, yeah, here's a train with all the stuff I need for fusion on it, that's been sitting there for ages, doing not much, waiting for me to get the next fusion thing done, which is kind of the tech we're going after at the moment anyway, but never mind. Oh, there's a... I was just deciding to pass through one of the other train stations. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, because military science needs a lot of... I haven't actually checked whether or not I've got all the things I need to build this. Kind of. Okay, bring me a bunch of these. And then, do I have long-handeds? Kind of. I'm going to need long-handeds. I'm going to need... I've got fast and stacks. Give me some of these. And then also, yeah, this is I had a belt of all of this stuff. I had like boxes with all those things in the core, which is why I've got those things set up there and then didn't use them. Oh well. Yeah, something like some kind of pattern like this, because there are quite a few resources that military science both needs and then will spit out again. So let's jump in here and rename some of these stations before bots build all of the rail. Because we actually do want steel. So we want steel there. If that one's steel, this one should be requesting copper. Because steel and copper go together into the... Yeah, steel and copper go together into the... Actually, let's just get rid of these things, because otherwise trains are going to turn up, because we're going to take a while to do this. Yeah, steel and copper go together into the yellow ammo. We also want somewhere... Maybe we'd have... Maybe we have steel and copper there, and we put this combinator setting here so it's checking steel, and then this combinator wants to be checking copper. Copper on both of these things, and then yeah, the rest of this train station kind of doesn't want to be looking like that at all, probably. This, in fact, probably this thing, except the other way around. Actually, that's going to get more circuit conditions than I want. Is that true? This is... Yeah, these ones are all linked. Those ones are also all linked, yeah. And then down here, I reckon instead of steel, we request in the stone. Yes. And then also stone. These guys, steel request, yeah. Copper request. Is this going to be doing what I need it to? Probably. Yeah, here's my box of stuff that I wanted. Because I think the plan that I'm going to try and figure out if I can make work is... Like, I don't need a whole lot of military science once I've got tier 3 assemblers and prod mods and stuff like that. So can I just fit it in here? What I do need for this stone station... stone and stone, is I do need about a red belt's worth of stone out. So let's find... Oh, hey, here's a station. What was in the way? Inserters in the way. Yeah, we're going to need to upgrade most of you guys anyway. It's fine. In fact... I did say a red belt out. Let's get that. These guys are already lane balanced elsewhere. Okay, whatever. Okay, let's grab this bit of rail intersection. And it should also fit in these places. And we've configured those stations now, so that should be fine. And then... in here... Yeah, so I reckon I can... At least, I want to see if I can wedge the military science build into the bottom half of these two things. So this is going to have steel, and it just doesn't even need to be like that, does it? It could be like so, which I think I like a bit more. Whatever. Okay, so the other thing I was thinking about is... Yeah, so we're going to move these around in a bit. We just kind of want to see where things fit. Didn't I get... Did I not... I remember putting that request in, but then... Okay. Maybe we can do this another way. Maybe we can go, hey, here are some assemblers. Don't worry about that one. And then we change these to military science. So now they're all military science, and they've also got the module requests in them, so that's nice. And then we also wanted, yeah, more of these things. And I reckon we do a grenade direct insertion thing, because what else am I doing with these grenades? I think actually those are not the correct grenades. These grenades are the correct grenades. And then... yeah, needed to, yeah, kind of need to get all these powered, and I need the beacons in there and things like that as well. Bit of a shame. Do I have? I do have beacons. Okay, good. Yeah, so we can have half a yellow belt of wall is going to do everything I need it to, which is nice. Then we can have, yeah, beacons. Beacons, I guess, like so. Power poles. Sure. Let's just, I mean, I guess we do it with this thing again. Is this the right... I think this actually needs to be... Whatever. It's probably fine. These things are not going to be moving too fast anyway. So yeah, we've got grenades. We've got grenades direct insert. We've got walls. We've got piercing rounds that can be over here. Then we can have this kind of output here. And yeah, then the outputs we need for these stations, in fact, much of this spaghetti is not going to exist here in any way. We need... that actually needs to stay. Never mind. Yeah, we need... One of these needs to be bringing us iron, the other needs to be bringing us coal. That's what we get for these grenades here. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to do was also just check on building speeds. 1.25. They've all got, yeah, so they've all got 2. So I want... Yeah, we will need more beacons on this side. 222. This actually is nearly the amount of stuff I wanted, but that with this beaconing, I needed 12 total crafting speed of grenades, and then 15 with, and it's all kind of in the wrong place, which is fine. I mean, I was expecting to move this anyway. Here, and then doing a thing. Those are all 2. That means these would need to be 2. I need these speeds to be 2.5, so I think these bottom ones do actually need to be 3s. Yeah, that actually nearly works fine. I just need one of these guys here, and this is actually the size of military science build that I want to be getting me all the military science that I want, which is like, this is the entire military science bit of it, which means I reckon we can have... Why are you not... Should you not be having... Yeah, just everyone needs stone, and we just need a lot more stone than we're getting. Okay, fine. So let's go back to purple science, I guess, which is over here, and grab... How many of these do I need for... Because I do want a whole red belt of stone into a whole yellow belt of stone, but I would also rather beacon and module these things if I can. But I reckon I have a decent amount of space over here to be able to do that. In fact, we might just go with something that looks a lot like very old school smelting pattern. Because this will let me get a lot in. Because we can do, yeah, we can do this kind of business. Except we don't need these. And then I don't even have these things on me. Should you not have... Did I... Oh, I have stone. No, this is a stone request. That would be why I didn't have any stone turning up here. That's a very good reason for there to not be stone turning up here. Yeah. Yeah, so let's also... So this is definitely a steel request, and this is definitely a copper request, and these ones aren't set up yet, but whatever. And then this... do I have... I do have... Yeah, so we can do the same kind of beacon module smelting down here. What do we... Let's give these prod mod 2s. If all these guys... If all these guys count for 3, usually I need 24 of these furnaces, don't I? But then there's less because I've got productivity bonus. I think we're still going to go... Like, we'll take this much of this and slap it here. And we're going to say this is the stone output we need. And if I need... Okay, let's... I'm going to say that's the stone output I need. And if I do turn out to need more to consume full belts, then we can still just extend this later. But then I've also got this belt of stuff. Which I guess we are... Am I... I've got to do ammunition somewhere. I've got to do grenades. So grenades are more or less over here. Let's also... Still just having stuff delivered, but I needed prod mod 3s for this. You guys were just so slow and took so long. Yeah, let's have... I've got some red undergrounds, which we could just poke through here. That's going to be the belt of stuff for ammo upgrades, yes. And then... Yeah, who even knows? It's fine. This... Here, I'm pretty sure I only need one assembler making wall, but I suspect it's also quite heavily inserter bottlenecked. But that should probably, yeah, we're going to have, oh, this also needs a speed module to get it up to, I think, the right craft speed. And then somewhere, yeah, now it's just down to getting these few train stations to put this in a place where it's actually good. Is it actually good there? It's going to be a little bit difficult to get out, isn't it? We'll move this slightly. We'll put it here. Yes, so this is actually already an iron request station. Okay, we're going to crank this down to like 5,000. So that's requesting iron, which is fine, I guess, and we do need a whole belt of that. We also need a full belt of coal. I mean, we should have enough mining to be able to support all of these things. That aspect I'm not particularly concerned about. And then also check coal, and then this also, yeah. It's fine, that was not too difficult. This is a belt of balanced coal, which is fine. This here, let's just do a... Let's actually run it the other way. We can go here and here, although I'm now no longer sure that these inserters are balancing which side of this belt gets stuff. In fact, I'm pretty sure they're not, because inserters are weird like that. I think it wants to go here. I think that's how we're going to end up getting that done. Okay, so that means that all these ghosts need to go away as well. It's fine. Yeah, we have a pole there as well, whatever. Okay, did I actually set all these up? Requesting iron, requesting coal, coal there, iron there. This is, military science. And somewhere we're going to have a military science icon that we can choose. That's fine. This is not going to enable or disable or anything. I think this is always just going to be... Yeah, I don't think we want... I mean, this is also the wrong kind of train station, right? And then also, this specifically only wants to be in one wagon, doesn't it? We've got to coordinate this with the labs, and the military science needs to be in the... third wagon by the looks of things. Yeah, labs are happy enough. Yeah, we've got to put all of this in the third wagon. So all of that doesn't exist. All of this doesn't exist. That pole doesn't actually need to live there at all. And then yeah. Are these? Yeah, we will actually want to unlimit these for military science. Yep, okay. So I reckon we're actually ready to connect these things up, which is exciting. We might get all of the material deliveries we need. What's going on here? Something weird happened there, whatever. Okay, so we need both of these. Do I actually want to... Maybe I do want to bring it down this side. Yeah, I think I do after all. I think... actually, iron... How did... I must have only partly copy and pasted some of that? Wait, was this never actually belt balancing? Did I... Okay. Some of that is pretty silly, but never mind. Okay, so we want this thing because this makes sure that each of those parts are... Yeah, that's the thing that more or less sorts out belt balancing. This coal one, yeah, this coal one we want to be on this side. Standing next to the trains because they're nice and loud. Because we've got to get the coal in, for example, here. And then the iron can turn up, for example, here. So we're making these things. This stuff has to get out somewhere, but that's also fine. Yeah, that other tick is still kind of running, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got all here, and then... Oh, this is everything we needed. This is actually fantastic. We need one of these guys making this kind of bullet, and then we need... And then I figured out that if I had... This guy was 1.5 weight, and then these ones are actually in the wrong place. We can do it here instead. What's that? Yeah, this ammo. That's also in the wrong place. What am I doing? It needs to be there. Yeah, these needed to be moduled better if I did that. Whatever. We'll suppose that works. It probably will. So that can go there. This can go in here. That doesn't work, does it? But here will work. Yeah, I reckon this is something that looks somewhat like a military science build that might actually get all the things done we need to. That could actually be everything I wanted to do this episode? Really? Quite possibly. Let's at least get... I don't have any. Do I also have... No, I don't have any of those. Because I think I also want a recycling system. So that we will... Yeah, let's... Am I still making yellow ammo back in this mall? Yes. Stop doing that. That's not a thing I need. Still making radars here as well. Okay, sure. Yeah, all of those things can more or less stay. But at this point, so much of this can disappear. This is pretty great. Like, the only thing this coal feed here does is feed the military science that won't exist anymore. So all of that can go. Yes, so much of the spaghetti as well. Although, to be fair, this copper line feeds the base, so that's going to be kind of annoying to unpick, but we will. This all gets to disappear. All of this gets to disappear. All of the iron feeds coming through here also get to disappear. Some of it we're still using for this, which we can simplify quite a bit, but we also might not. This is just going to be an exciting time to get rid of a lot of spaghetti. Where does this even... Oh, that was a mixed belt. That was a mixed belt that previously existed and now will not. So that's pretty exciting. But yeah, the point there being, we're going to have a bunch of components sitting around, like red ammo, yellow ammo. I don't really want those in my logistics network. I don't really have anything to do with them. So I think we are going to do a thing where over here we set up some kind of recycling system. So here, yeah, if we do this, and if this one requests 50 red ammo, and this one requests 50 yellow ammo, then the only other thing I think I need to do is this inserter here needs to run if red ammo is equal to, yellow ammo is equal to 0. And then through this, why are you guys not doing anything? Oh, because that's missing. Okay, fine. So yeah, so we might have some issues with partly used ammo stacks. Well, actually, probably not, because these walls, yes, but red ammo only ever stacks to 1 anyway, so this is probably fine. So probably the only thing I need to do, why are you... Oh, because you're requesting too much? Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure, whatever. Yeah, the only thing actually left to do is send all of this back to... where does this fit? Here? Sure. Okay, so this is military science on a train. Probably. Yeah, making a lot of military science. 6, yeah, so that's the rate of military science I wanted. This is also going to be a nice direct insert ratio, which is pretty good. This is going to recycle red ammo and also yellow ammo out of the logistics system, which is pretty cool. This is probably going to keep up with belt production. I have no idea. All these guys are still just waiting all of that belt space to clear. Yeah, I think we're going to call it here. I think now we've got that space science. Now that we've got this military science done enough, we'll be able to do... We kind of need to do the nuclear bomb research first, because there's a bigger manufacturing kind of bottleneck to get past, whereas the artillery shell range we can just do like once, like we're already making artillery shells, so that's going to do the things that it needs to, and then we can, I guess, finish all of these things. Yeah, we'll do, I guess we'll implement, yeah, I think next time we will let this tick over. Yeah, we'll let this tick over. We'll make all our military science. We will get, yeah, that just worked out surprisingly well. I'm pretty happy with that. While we're building up our military science, while we're ticking through those other technologies, we'll go and like implement a first round of fusion, because actually we could even, yeah, whatever. Yeah, want to get at least some fusion ticking over while we are doing the combat stuff while we're away. But yeah, so this all went pretty well. Pretty happy with this. Got some new builds done. Got concrete running. Let's check that concrete is running. Concrete was by the steel and is completely fine. This is, yeah, requesting a bunch of stone, and I'm probably now making concrete at the rate that I'm cooking stone, but that's fine. All of this, yeah, beginner, it's kind of, yeah, we're really getting through the spaghetti, which is nice. And then these guys are also just making explosives, which is also pretty nice. We're making sulfur. These guys are all running and are happy. This train is, yeah, we started the episode with a train stuck here because we didn't have enough acid, and that's now fixed. Yeah, sure, good times. Lots of things running is good.